Hello everyone and welcome to Long's Toys. Today I have an Ultraman X review for you. This is the DX Xlugger. It's kind of a play on Slugger and Xlugger, so it's kind of merged them into one word there. But this is the weapon that Daichi uses to turn X into Exceed X. So this is the primary weapon of Exceed X. As you can see, he kind of slides his fingers up the side here. I assume it's going to do lights and sounds, as I have not gotten this open yet. Little picture here on the top, kind of a cool picture of Exceed X, kind of going from the top of the box to the flap. Not much going on the bottom. Little picture of Daichi there on that side. Picture of Exceed X on that side. And then on the back, kind of shows how he goes from X to Exceed X. Some of the functionality. So we will go ahead, we will get this out of the packaging, and we'll take a closer look. Alright, so here is the Xlugger out of the packaging. And I have to say, I think it's a pretty nice paint job here. It's mostly blue plastic, but then there's this nice silver finish here. This is all LED lights, which we'll take a look at in a second. Speaker is right here on the back. Does take two AAA batteries, two AAA batteries that you put in the hilt here. Always AAA batteries with Japanese toys. On and off switch right here on the back. Couple screws, noticeable, but what are you going to do? It's on the back. There's a button here, which will make the hilt extend a little bit, which we'll get into later. So if you go ahead and just turn it on to start, you can see it says X, or you can hear it says Xlugger, and you can see that there's 4 LED lights, kind of a bluish purple, like a red, orange, and yellow. So if you just hit the trigger button, you get kind of an ominous slash sound and all the LEDs light up. Now, if you've watched the show at all, you know that this is kind of a touch screen. You can touch just one. If you touch just there, like if you try to touch here, doesn't really do anything in the middle. But you can press each end, because basically you're always going to start at one end and swipe all the way up. So that'll turn just that light on. If you even go to the second one, you can see it's going to go all the way up to the end. So even if you stop here, it's still going to complete all the way down. So that's basically what that does. I'm going to turn this off to reset it. Kind of angle up here. So like I said, if you just hit the trigger, generic slash sound, and all the LEDs light up. If you do the touchscreen and drag it through one time, and then hit the trigger, that's the sound it makes when he transforms from X to Exceed X. And they even play the music from the show. I love that, because the music from this show is fantastic. I absolutely love it. So now it'll just do back to the slash sound. If you do it 2 times in a row, and then hit the button, sorry, I know the LEDs are kind of making the light a little wonky. But you can see it says Exceed slash, so that's pretty cool. If you do it 3 times, I'm not sure exactly what he says there. It almost kind of sounds like Exceedo Allegiance or Legion, or I'm not quite sure 100% what he says there. But another thing you can do is if you do this 3 times and then hit the button on the back, So he does Excedo X Slash, which is kind of Excedo X's like final attack. And you see there's a lot of nice sounds and LED work there. They kind of flash and then all burn bright together. The last thing that you can do is go up once and down once. And it does the Xlugger shot. I think that's it. It's going to go back. Just goes back to the normal sounds then. I think that's pretty much it for sound. I'm going to go ahead and turn it off. But I definitely think that's a lot of fun. I mean, there's lots of fun sounds you can get out of this thing. It is a fairly small toy. My hand doesn't really fit inside, but it is meant for children. So, you know, a child's hand would have no problem fitting in there. And the speaker is very prominent, so the sound does sound very nice coming out of it. So I think this thing is a lot of fun. If you're a fan of Ultraman X, especially his Excedo X form, then I think this is definitely a fun toy to pick up. I got it on HobbyLink Japan for I think somewhere in the area of like 3,600 yen, which is about $30 American. I think the normal retail price is about 4,500 yen, which is probably somewhere in the area of like $35 to $37 American. So depending on where you get it, it's somewhere in the area of like $30 to $35 before shipping. But I think it's fun. I think the detail is nice. The LEDs on it are really nice. The sounds in it are fantastic. And you can get a lot of playability out of it. I mean, you have the slash sound. You have the turning into Excedo X sound. Then you have actually three attacks, including the final attack. Actually, four if you include the shots. So you have the normal slash sound, the transformation sound, and then four like special attack sounds. So I think that's a lot of playability for a toy like this, and I think it's kind of just fun to walk around and play with it. So I recommend it, especially if you're a fan of Excedo X, and if you're a fan of Ultraman X and his Exceed X form, then I definitely recommend it for you. I think it's a fun toy to pick up. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. I'd love to hear from you. Please like and share this video. Subscribe if you haven't already. I hope you've enjoyed this look at the DX Xlugger from Ultraman X, and thanks for watching.